Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
There's no goalie in front of the net, and the Bulldogs score! Bosman with a breakaway opportunity. She has the goalie to be. She goes backside. Bulldogs score!
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
And now for your starting lineups. First for the visiting Hornets.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow AdrianCollegeTV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
There's no goalie in front of the net, and the Bulldogs score! Bosman with a breakaway opportunity. She has the goalie to be. She goes backside. Bulldogs score!
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Docking Family Stadium. Tonight, ACTV presents this women's MIAA soccer matchup between the visiting Hornets of Kalamazoo College and your Adrian College Bulldogs. My name is Nathan Lindner, joined alongside by Michael Hale. And Michael, this Bulldog team hasn't won a game in almost a month. Their last win came back on September 6th right here at Docking Stadium against Otterbein University. They have struggled against some tough non-conference opponents, only putting up 2 goals in the last 6 games, both goals in the same game. What will spark their offense here tonight?
Honestly, Nate, I think it's going to be them just moving the ball around offensively, spreading out this Kalamazoo defense, and just generating better looks for themselves offensively.
After a couple of road games at Kenyon College and Baldwin Wallace, they come home to open up MIAA conference play against a team they've battled with the last 4 years in Kalamazoo. The Hornets were picked to finish 6th out of 9 in the preseason poll. This is the Hornets' second MIAA contest. They first took down St. Mary's on Tuesday 2-0. Michael, what has been their story this year?
Yes, strong goalie play and offensive play has been great. Ruby Hogan leads the Hornets with 12 points, 5 being goals. So we'll look to her today for the Hornets, trying to get them jump-started early.
Yeah, the Hornets come in today 7-3-1. This is their second conference game, as we said. They've actually had a lot of traveling early on in their season. They've played 2 games in Wisconsin and 2 games in Illinois earlier this year. So a strong non-conference record coming in to this one. The Bulldogs have struggled, and we got kickoff ready to go here. Kalamazoo will get the ball first. It's Mia Kreitz. It's also senior day here at Docking Family Stadium. The Bulldogs honoring their 6 seniors. That is Gabby Fallon Revels, Zoe Greenbaum, Alana Earl, Ashley Hughes. Excuse me, Hughes is a junior. I was reading out the starters. Seniors, Fallon Revels, Greenbaum, Earl, Anna Marie Fosman, Tegan Bergeron, and Caitlin Stanton, who gets the nod in net tonight for the Bulldogs. As we get right into the action, Earl passes it back for Bergeron, who boots that one up towards the midfield. It's Akins. Now it settles with Greenbaum. Looking to the middle for Bader. A little give and go down low. Tries to get it back towards the middle, and it's booted away by a Hornet. Kept back in, though. Now the Hornets look to break out. As Fosman came back with a nice play to keep it in the Bulldogs' possession. This one up and out of play. It's Bree Akins to throw it in. Goes to Fosman. Can't keep it on her foot. Instead, it's Ruby Hogan. Tries to connect with Norman. Now out of play. Throw in granted to the Hornets. Bounces around a couple of times. Earl with the header. That one last touch by Greenbaum. She still maintains control down near the far side on the sideline. Sends a cross in towards the middle, looking. It's got Earl. Bounces around a few times into the foot of Ruby Hogan. Now Bader battling with it. She's going to take it out wide towards the sideline. Down there also Ashley Hughes. That one going to get out of play past the end line. In the middle of the pitch now, controlled by Savannah Norman. Tries to boot it up the field. Into the shade, back into the sun now on the far side with Cutler. And taken off the ball quickly there on a physical play. Hornets look to throw it in quickly. That one booted towards the middle by Bree Akins. Greenbaum steps to it, but instead it's Nolan. And now Bader. Delaney Bader with some room to work. Uses the speed. Keeps the dribble. Sends it down low with Hughes. Bumps into a Hornet defender. They get tangled up. Ball still in play. Bader. A little chip down towards the end line. It's Zoe Greenbaum working inside the box now. Slot towards the middle. Earl couldn't get a foot on it. And now Norman. Looks to break it out. Stepping up is Gucciardo. Boots it back towards the middle. Hornets look to keep it for their keeper in net. It's Jess Forbis. That one off of the thigh of Akins. Now Bader with room to work with. She takes up the space. Tries to go down low for Fosman. That one kicked off, and she's blown dead for offsides first.
Good push attempt there by the Bulldogs. Just Anna Marie Fosman a little too ahead of herself, getting in front of the ball and getting called for the offsides.
So it'll be a free kick for Kalamazoo. Taking it is Annie Schnell, the senior from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And that one booted a long way, low and on a line. Bergeron off of the head, and now Gucciardo. First to it, now it's Perney battling. He pushes down a Hornet, and he'll get a free kick inside the Bulldogs' 10-yard line. On the far side, we'll see what the Hornets look to do as they set up for a free kick opportunity. And goes up. Here comes the kick. Low and inside, over the head, off the post, and they score! An early goal from Kalamazoo puts them up 1-0, less than 5 minutes into the first half.
Great kick from the outside there. Hit the far post as we take another look at it. Strong kick to the far post. Hits the post. Looks like it hit a Bulldog as it went in back to the back of the net.
Yeah, that ball just completely beat Stanton over the top of her hand. Here's breakout. Fosman, left foot towards the middle. Bader couldn't get a shot on net, and it'll be a goal kick. So Caitlin Stanton kind of caught a little out of position. She was just too far up. It went over her head, hit the post on a fly. And then I couldn't see which Bulldog was in there. Probably one of the defensemen, maybe Bergeron. And then I think it might have nicked her and went in the back of the net. So Bulldogs have an early deficit to face.
Unfortunate turn of events there on that free kick. Just kind of out of position.
So the goal is awarded to Ani Schnell, who did take the free kick. That went off of the head of Bernis. Now Bulldogs to throw it in. It's Bree Akins. Off of the chest of Fosman. Bounces around. Down towards the sideline. Last touched by Savannah Norman. Bulldogs with the throw-in. They go backwards down their own line. Freeze attempts to clear it out. Now it's down into the box. Bergeron trying to box out the defender and will be able to do it. He'll be with the goal kick. So it'll be Caitlin Stanton. Caitlin Stanton to kick it. And the Hornets look to push things right back into Bulldogs territory. Here's Bergeron, and just going to get that one out of play. Hornets to throw it in. It's Savannah Norman. The deep throw into the middle of the box. Gucciardo with the header out. Stepping up is Schnell. She's got room to work with. Puts a shot on. Blocked in front by Elise Freeze, the graduate student. And Freeze boxing out. It's going to go out of play on the baseline again. Another goal kick. Ball right in the middle on the goal line there. Low kick over the head of a jumping Norman. Out of play on the sideline, throwing for Adrian College. So here's Akins, inside for Fosman. Tries a one-touch to Bader, backing off the defender. Fosman down the line, Greenbaum there. Waits patiently. Now dumps it back for Gucciardo. Bounces around a few times, eventually finds its way back. And Freeze, an attempted kick. That one going to go out of play. No, it's not, kept in very well. Nicely done there by Burness. That one out of play, last touch by Adrian College. Down the line goes the throw. Freeze kicks it out again. Bulldogs take a quick breath. A nice play over the head of Greenbaum. She had two defenders on her, not going to work most of the time. Now they switch fields toward the opposite end. Here's Perney. Plays it down the sideline for a running Hughes, and she can't get there in time. Kalamazoo with the throw-in, goes down the line. Off of one head. Bergeron runs a shoulder into the Hornet. And a Bulldog takes a hard fall, but gets up quickly. No call. Ball still hugging the line. Bader, last to touch it. Hornets throw. They work it down there again. Hornets gain an extra 25 yards as they look to get things going here. Already had the 1-0 lead. Less than 10 minutes into the first half. Bulldogs have failed to have any kind of offensive pressure. That one towards the middle of the pitch, booted back in. Off of the chest of Freeze, uses the left foot to get it out. Off of two noggins, one Bulldog and one Hornet. Nice pass towards the middle, taking a fall there is Ashley Hughes. Bulldogs get the free kick.
Yeah, great aggression there by the Bulldogs in the middle of the field, just trying to generate something offensively. And hopefully this free kick will get something going for them early.
The ball placed just inside the 50-yard line. It's Tegan Bergeron to take it. Going to go low, hops one time. Going to trickle all the way down and go out of play. .34-21 left to go in the first half. Kalamazoo leads 1-0. The goal kick by Forbes. Over the head of Bader, bounces once off the knee of Freeze, and now using the speed is Burness. Three Bulldogs collapse on it, and they just kick it out of play. Bulldogs seem to be scrambling a lot here, really not getting anything going as far as possession-wise. They just seem to keep retreating as the Hornets have applied relentless pressure thus far early on. Now Fosman controls, gets it up. Here's Earl, but stepping in to make the play is Kreitz. Earl running and Kreitz on the side. That one goes out of play. Bulldogs with the throw-in. Here's Bergeron. Kicks it up, hugs the sideline. Off the foot of Earl, who guards it now with Ashley Hughes. That one out of play, last touched by the Bulldogs. Down towards the corner, Bergeron battling with the Hornet and gets out of play. It will be granted a goal kick. Stanton, the senior from Portland, Michigan, to take the kick. Lands just about near the 40-yard line. Down low in there with Hughes. Bulldogs get the throw in. Let's see if they can get an offense going. The throw in from Perney. And kick up in the air by Hughes. Greenbaum there, instead headed by a Hornet. Now when this one played towards the middle of the field, Gucciardo defending as a Hornet controls it. Stepping up was Bergeron. That one kicked over the head of everyone. Taking chase now. Perney goes down, gets a little shove from the back, goes out of play. Bulldogs with the goal kick. Boy, that sun is just staring straight into our box, Michael.
Yeah, it sure is. It's making it hard to see really what's going on down there on the field.
You think that has any impact on what the players see, or are they just more focused on the ball?
It might have a little bit to do, especially when they're near side like this. But when they're in the shade of the bleachers on the far side, definitely not.
You think maybe they'll probably try to play a little more on that bleacher side as much as they can?
At least in this first half, we might see the ball over on that side a little bit more.
Earl controls, hits it out wide for Fosman. Tried to play it up for Greenbaum. Bader in there as well. Kicks back in by Schnell. Bounces around. No one could find it. Now Bernis. She's got Norman down the sideline. Now one-on-one with Gucciardo. Goes for Norman. The left foot cross in, headed by Bergeron. Bader couldn't step up in time. Bernis with the left foot into the net. And one hop easily taken by Caitlin Stanton. A high punt from Stanton as the lights start to come on here at Docking Family Stadium. Greenbaum tried to take it sideline, instead it's cut off. This is number 18, Lexi Gross, who's done a good job defensively thus far. A lot of energy from both sidelines as well as the crowd here early on, as the Hornets have had a lot of pressure. Attempted cross from Bernis. It's going to be off the foot of Freeze, so a corner kick coming for Kalamazoo.
Good job by Freeze there, getting into a defensive position to help out her goalie Stanton in what looked to be a potentially pretty easy open netter looking cross field.
So with just under 30 minutes to go in the first half, we have seen our first corner kick now. It's the Hornets. They scored on a free kick about 5 minutes into the first half. It was far on the sideline, not exactly a corner kick, but here's this one from Norman. Over the head, headed off by a Hornet, finds its way back to Norman. A bicycle kick into the middle of the box, headed off by Bergeron, headed towards the corner. Which side of the flag will go out? And it's going to be a goal kick. Stanton to take it again. Bulldogs. The ball has almost exclusively been in their own half. They really have had no offense going. And now Gucciardo controls the middle of the pitch. Taken out wide for Hughes. Plays it back for Perney. Tries to connect with Earl, but instead stepping up to make the play was Kreitz. And now Gucciardo controls it again for Ashley Hughes. Takes it down wide, and a nice step play up by a Hornet. That was number 3, Maeve Nolan. Ball played in front of Bader. That one kicked towards the Bulldogs half again. Off of the head of Bernis. And Freeze looks to clear it up in the air. Look for the first ball off of the foot of a Hornet. Takes its way all the way down towards Kalamazoo's side. And ends up in the goalie box. Picked up by Jess Forbes, the goalkeeper, whose name we really haven't called yet today, because there's just not been a lot of pressure from West Bloomfield Michigan. Battling in the middle of the pitch. Now outside Perney with Cutler. Perney looks to be wearing some kind of face mask, probably protecting her nose. So the throw in for Kalamazoo, played down the line. And skipped into the hands of Caitlin Stanton, who will look to punt things going. So they're going to slow things down and play the 50-50 ball on the midfield. Bader with a nice touch, keeping in front, over the head kick. Greenbaum, nice box out, but a step up by Castle. And now Kalamazoo controls it. Nice passing here. Works around with Hogan, and that one booted away easily by Bree Akins, just to give the Bulldogs a breather. Going to make its way all the way down to Forbes, and she'll pick it up after Greenbaum gives chase. And then a quick pump off the foot of Akins, as well as the back of the heel of Hogan. Bounces around. Now Kalamazoo controls. Sends a through ball down towards the sideline, but on turf, that one is almost guaranteed to go out. Couldn't get there with Savannah Norman. Freeze down the sideline. She clears it up towards the other half. A nice play there. And turning on the ball is Ruby Hogan. Plays it out wide, a little space to work with. Here's Nolan. Works inside. An errant shot. That one going to go wide. Was it tipped? It was not. It will be a goal kick. Caitlin Stanton with another goal kick. This one booted towards the far side into the shadow of the bleachers. Off of the head, and Bulldogs get a throw, so they look to break things out here. Hughes with the throw in towards Greenbaum, can't control it. Gucciardo defending up towards the middle, intended for Norman. Freeze again with the half kick off of the hip. Now Earl in the middle, stepping up to make the play, but it's going to be called for a handball. Bulldogs get a free kick at the Hornets' 45-yard line. So it's Bergeron to take it again. She seems to be the main one to take the free kicks. Also has Gucciardo on her side. Kick down towards the goal, a little far. Bader off the head, nearing the far post, but that one's gobbled up by Jess Forbes. Probably the best chance we've seen here thus far for Adrian College. But it was actually blown dead for offsides before a play could even happen.
Yeah, definitely the best chance that we've seen from this Bulldogs offense. But like you said, Nate, blown dead just before any of the Bulldog legs could get to it.
Tough to see that far side official there in the purple, especially in the shadow. Couldn't even see her flag up, rule for offsides. I was questioning why Forbes was rolling the ball out to her teammate so early after she collected it. And everyone not really moving around, and I said, oh, the official has their flag up. Must be offsides. Our first substitution on the match is the Kalamazoo player. Didn't see who came in, but going out was Courtney Cutler. And Perney steps up. Now battling. Ooh, and a nice touch there by Nolan. Got room to work with. Plays it down low for no one. Instead, it was Kreitz with the nice touches. Freeze looks to play it up with the left foot. Now Greenbaum on it. Earl controls with the head. Look to go wide. You got Hughes on the sideline. Instead retreats. Perney with possession. Down the sideline for Hughes. Give and go with Perney. She takes up space. Melanie Perney. Into the middle for Fosman. Kicks it out wide. Hughes looks the cross. Shot and saved. On the outstretched arms into the hands of Jess Forbes.
Great job by Forbes. Reaching out, extending, using all of her frame. Grabbing that ball out of the air and not letting the Bulldogs get any more.
So recently in his last couple of minutes here, about 5 or 6 minutes, Bulldogs have had a little more pressure here, not so much in their own half, besides that one goal kick. But obviously they had the free kick, which was blown dead for offsides, and then that chance right there was pretty dang good. Ball trickles down towards the sideline, and it will get out of play near that flag on the corner. Ticking under 22 minutes to go, just about halfway done in the first half. Throw in from Kalamazoo, up and down the line. Played towards the middle of the pitch. And now Guchardo with the header. Bader can't control it, instead stepping up. With Schnell. Now played it down towards the sideline. Freeze with the controlled header in front of Akins. Akins working against Norman. Sent back in by Kalamazoo. Down the sideline, Burness. And using the speed is Hogan. Controls it. Akins. Still ruling the sideline. Hogan tries to send the cross in, off the leg, still in play. Guchardo clears it. Right back into the box. Here's Burness. Gets it to her left foot. Sends an errant shot on net, easily scooped up by Caitlin Stanton, who looks to play it out quickly. Ashley Hughes on the wide sideline. Turns upfield, and will be blown for a whistle as Bulldogs get a free kick. So it'll be Tegan Bergeron again, the senior captain from New Baltimore, Michigan. Run up and her kick. High and drive down the sideline, looking for Hughes. Bumped off the head, trickles out of play. Going to leave the throw in for Melanie Perney. Perney got Hughes in front of her, Bader down the line, and Guchardo down the back line. Goes up front for Bader. Kicked high into the air off the head of a Hornet. Guchardo whiffs on her header. Finds his way back to Freeze, who plays it in quickly. Low on the line. Got Fosman. Let's see if she can turn and burn. Tries to go towards the middle. Can't get anything happening. Earl plays it towards the sideline. Akins attempted a through ball. And that one now kicked towards the middle, right on the Adrian logo. Perney towards the middle. And Greenbaum sent off a Hornet. That one last touched off of the thigh of Bree Akins. Another substitution here for Kalamazoo College. As well for Adrian College, it's Zoe Greenbaum taking a seat. And in her place is number 17, Gracie Jagozinski. Freeze now with the free kick off the penalty from Maddie Miller, who is fresh in from Kalamazoo. The boot from Freeze off of the head of Hogan, and now controlled by the Hornets. On the sideline, it's Miller looking to beat Akins down the line, still down the line, right on it, and Akins just taps it out of play. So near the corner, throw in here for Kalamazoo. Towards the middle, into the box. Takes a scary bounce off of the head of a Bulldog. Kalamazoo looks to control. Fosman in there. Now a left foot. High skied, and that one way out of play. Bulldogs with the goal kick. So Stanton collects on the goal line. The 6-yard line. Directing traffic and tending where she wants to go. She's got Fosman out there near the 40. It's about her range. Kicks it right on her. And Bergeron back into the middle. Bader played over her head, and that's going to get foul called against her. That's Allie Kemery, who just played a little over the top of Bader, almost like an over-the-back call in basketball.
Yeah, got a little too aggressive there on the header. Just Gotta stay within herself and not try not let that happen again if you're the Hornets.
Fosman looks to control on the far side. Perney sends it back in. Out of play. Bulldogs get the throw in. Fosman's right there, asks for the ball. Instead, they'll give it to Perney. Melanie Perney, the junior from Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Out of play. Bulldogs will do it again. Throw in for Bader. Looks to control back to Perney. Instead, it goes out of play. Bulldogs with the turnover. .5 minutes to go in the first half. Bulldogs still trail at 1-0. Off the header from Freeze now. The goal from Annie Schnell just under 5 minutes into the game on a free kick. Hit off the post and off of the body of a Bulldog, found its way to the back of the net. Kalamazoo really controlled the first half of the first half, and then Bulldogs had a couple of chances later on.
Yeah, and since that first goal, it's really just been a pretty even matchup between these two teams. Ball just going between the two goalies, back and forth for the past about 30 minutes, really.
And the ball's really taken its trip around the field. I feel like everyone's gotten at least several touches. No one player controlling it, not really on one side. Obviously the defenseman keeping it out of their own end. But really seems like everyone's had a chance to do something with it. And now here's Gucciardo. As both players take a tumble, they'll rule in favor of Adrian College. Gucciardo slow to get up. Tangled in there with Ruby Hogan. So another free kick from the Bulldogs, right around that 50-yard line again. The third of such kind. Tegan Bergeron to take it again. And to send Bader long. Instead, it rolls in front. Jagosinski bounces once Bader, but instead taking up and stepping up is Jess Forbes, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Forbes has done a great job so far in this game, coming out of the goal when needed on loose balls like that, just coming out, stopping play for a minute, and getting everything reset.
A good touch by Bader, controls it now. Earl plays it out wide for Fosman. Looks to get a 1-2 combination inside. That one kicked up into the air by Molitor. Bader turns. High kick from both squads. Sends it down towards the corner. It's going to get out of play. Chased by Jagosinski, but it'll result in a goal kick for the Kalamazoo Hornets. Under 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Been fairly clean game. Not a whole lot of penalties called. Not a whole lot of fouls. No cards, of course. Nothing too physical. And the whistle blows in favor of the Hornets. They'll get a free kick from around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that whistle might have been just because of a handball. Just bouncing up, maybe not expecting it to bounce in this sort of way. And just hand that's just loose, just accidentally touches it.
Yeah, sometimes that ball can bounce a little higher than you expect on the turf, although the Bulldogs, in this being their home field, you'd think they'd know how it bounced.
Although it is a very hot day, so that could possibly have something to do with some of the bounces that we're seeing.
This one blown dead. Another free kick this time in favor of Adrian College. It looks to be Elise Freeze to take it. She'll swing it across for Bergeron, who works it back for Freeze. Bergeron got to hurry, makes the girl miss, nearly touches the ground. That was Ellie Bernas. And now Freeze a little out of position, sends a long way. Fosman on the run, both inside. Hornet goes down, gets tangled up with Fosman's foot. Referee blows it dead. Bulldogs are going to get a free kick just outside of the box, right on the 10-yard line, almost exactly where we've seen the Hornets get their free kick, just on the other side of the field.
Yeah, we'll see if this goes in the same favor as that one free kick for Kalamazoo.
The right side of the goal is wide open. Now collecting themselves Forbes. Here's Jagosinski. Sends it in on net, and that one just off the post of the football goal. It is no good. Time taking under 12 minutes. Score remains 1-0.
Yeah, just a little too strong there on the kick. Maybe could have tried playing it to the far side of the net more for one of her teammates to try to get a header. But unfortunate, kind of too much power. Don't really hear that too much.
And I think she went for the shot on goal, kind of thinking back to what Schnell did early on in the first half, maybe hoping to get a bounce off of the crossbar or post and even banking towards the Bulldogs, who are crashing in on net. Maybe the Bulldogs don't have a whole lot of size up there where they can jump up and get a header. Fosman is taller, though, listed at 5'7". Bergeron, 5'10", but I don't think she was in on the offensive attack there. Stepping up here is Akins. Now Hornets get to collect themselves. It's Schnell. Down towards the sideline. Turning is Kalahorst. Kate Clayhorst. That one out of play. And it made its way to the baseline. So a goal kick here for Caitlin Stanton. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. That one off the foot of Molitor down near the sideline. Bulldogs get the throw in. It'll be Bree Akins to take it. See if she goes quick. Has Bader racing towards the sideline. Takes her time, plays it back. Gucciardo up top. Bader right on the sideline, hugging the line. Goes down, out of play. Last touch by Bader, apparently. The Horns play it high and down the line. Off the head of Freeze into the middle. And back and forth we go with the throw-ins. So Akins will throw it in. Got Clayhorst right in front of her. And now really tangled up there was Hughes and Schnell, kind of both holding on to each other. Crowd wasn't pleased with it. Gucciardo steps up. Bader controls near the sideline. Gucciardo in a battle with Clayhorst. Now finds its way. Here's Burness. One-on-one with Freeze. Cuts it inside. Can she get to the left foot? She can't. Kicked out of play. Was Schnell throw it in? Instead, it'll be Ruby Hogan. She goes down the line. Now one last touch by the Hornet. Looking for a call off of Bergeron on her back, but won't get one. Bulldogs granted the throw. Time just still ticking away here in the first half. Bulldogs have had a couple of chances here in the latter stages. Kalamazoo controlled it early on in the first half, but now it's been pretty even. Ball really working around the whole pitch here.
Yeah, we've seen the last 20 minutes or so, the Bulldogs really just sharing the ball amongst each other and really just spreading out this Hornets defense like we were looking to see them do throughout this game.
Substitution coming in for Adrian College is Victoria Segan, replacing the junior Ashley Hughes. Segan, the freshman from Troy, Michigan, listed as a defenseman, but she's up there more in the midfield, as that's where Hughes plays. Interesting to see that Bree Akins playing more of that left defense role instead of where we usually see Segan down there. A couple more substitutions this time for Kalamazoo. Thrown in by Hogan. And a nice play by the newly entered Segan. Plays it up and out towards the middle of the field. And now a header. Attempted through ball, couldn't find Fosman. Earl controls, had a Hornet on her back, got to get rid of it quickly. She does to Bader. The left foot through ball. Segan can't get there. It'll find its way all the way down into the hands of Forbes. Won't pick it up yet, but now with Fosman collapsing in on her, she does. Boots this one off of the head of Gucciardo and Perney. And that one stepped up, kicked down. And a nice play there on the reverse kick from Bergeron. Now down towards the sideline. Nice move behind the back. Now one kicking up out wide of the post. And a goal kick for Stanton. Another substitution here for the Bulldogs. It's Haley Baldwin, the sophomore, replacing Anna-Marie Fosman. So we'll see how these fresh legs work in the latter stages of the first half, if they'll try to put on more pressure. I mean, you only got 6 minutes to go. Want to have as much time as you can to work something happening and give those starter legs a rest so they can come out fresh in the second half.
Yeah, the Bulldogs might be thinking of these final 6 minutes here as just like a sprint to the end, just with all these new fresh legs that we're seeing. Just try to play a much faster paced game, as we see that Kalamazoo hasn't really had as many subs throughout this game.
Near the sideline, Segan in there with Bader, battling with Annie Schnell. That one out of play, and it goes for Kalamazoo. The throw-in will be from Ruby Hogan. And even more substitutions. This one, Gucciardo and Bader taken out. Looks like number 19, Sam DeCunic in there, as well as number 11, Charlotte Bouzet. Almost taking out the whole front seven here for the Bulldogs. And now Segan, a little room to work with. Plays it down the sideline, looking for Baldwin. Bulldogs get the throw in, under 5 minutes to play here. It's Bree Akins to take the throw in. Got Pouget in front of her, instead plays it back for Freeze, who boots it out of play, and throw in back for Kalamazoo. So another throw in coming from Ruby Hogan. She plays it up and down the line. Jumping up for Segan. And DeCunic can't make it happen. Hammond going to go all the way down into the hands of Stanton. Going to look to play it out quickly. No, she hangs on to it. Tells Bergeron to move it up as she punts this one away. Lands right on the 50-yard line. A good touch there from Earl, one of the only midfield or forwards to not come out this far. Now going for a run. Here's Baldwin. That one quickly sent out of play, though, by Izzy Castell. Segan in it. Got a little room to work with. Sends it out wide. Earl over her head. Over there for Kemery. Throw in here for the Hornets in the orange jerseys. Bulldogs in gold. Throw in played back for Bergeron, who kicks it up. Now Segan look to dump it for Pouget. And now Perney plays it down the line. And a nice turn there from Jagozinski. She's got a little room, and a slide tackle attempt out of play, and Bulldogs get the corner kick under 3 minutes to go.
Great attack and aggressiveness there deep in the Kalamazoo zone. And setting up quickly for a corner kick. Maybe try to catch Kalamazoo off guard.
Here comes the kick. Low and inside, looking for the header off of a couple of body. Bounces around. Out left foot attempt by Freeze, and that one cleared by the Hornets. kept in the own half. Off of the head of Jagosinski. Still battling in there with Nolan. Played down the line, looking for Pouget. Goes out towards the goal line, and another corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Less than a minute later. So back-to-back corner kicks for Adrian College. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Here it comes, out wide towards the top. Freeze comes in. She kicks it on. Hand to the middle. And this one going to be called dead for a handball. I believe it will be. It was someone in the middle, might have been Freeze, to kick it towards the goal, and it hit off of a hand of a Hornet player. So now we have a penalty kick. Will be taken by Tegan Bergeron, the senior captain. And in goal is Jess Forbes. Bergeron lines it up to tie the game. Kicked, saved! No, it's through, and she scores!
Wow! What an initial stop by Forbes. So definitely slowed the ball down, but maybe just got it trapped under her armpit. As we take another look to the right side of the net, didn't get her a full grasp on the ball and just trickled away from her into the back of the net.
Yeah, it just sneaked up. It just sneaked under her arm and through. She did save it at first, but instead Tegan Bergeron ties the game at 1 apiece on the penalty kick. So a goal scored in the first 5 minutes and now one in the last 2 minutes. And it looks like we'll be headed to halftime with a 1-1 tie, barring anything crazy happen in the last 75 seconds. Bulldogs would like to get another one as a fan just shouted out. Now near the sideline, here's Westra. And that one, Jagosinski up towards the front for looking for Baldwin. Collapses on it now. 1 minute remains in the half. Kicked out of play. Throw in for the Hornets. It'll be Hogan to throw it again. Up and down the line. One of her favorite throw-ins, I guess. That one off of the head of Jagosinski. She'll do it again 20 yards further down. Thought about going quick. Instead, takes her time. Now she'll go. Down the line. Off the head of Jagosinski again. Gains another 20 yards. Maybe like 2 more of those and she'll be right in the territory.
Maybe right in the field goal territory. That's right, Nate.
Right in the red zone. 23 seconds left. Middle of the pitch. Baldwin. Now right on the Adrian College logo. It's Kemery. Bumps it out. Earl in there. Going wide. Bulldogs just play it safe. Keep it out. Under 10 seconds to go. Perney battles with the Hornet. Gets out of play. They look to go quick. Throw it towards the middle. Headed away. And that will be it. The horn sounds after the first half where the Bulldogs went down quickly in the first 5 minutes. But then a penalty kick taken by Tegan Bergeron to tie it up at 1 apiece after a corner kick. And Freeze kicked it, ended up being a handball by the Kalamazoo Hornets. And they take advantage of it, tying things up at 1-1. What'd you see in that first half, Michael? What'd you like?
Yeah, we saw a lot of aggression from both teams there throughout the entire first 45 minutes. Of course, Kalamazoo scoring in the first 5 minutes. Bulldogs scoring within the final 2 minutes. So overall, just a very good, well-played game. And like you've brought up throughout the first half, not too many penalties or stoppages, really, that we've seen.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fluid game. Both halves going back and forth, kind of a clean game, not too many fouls committed. So we'll see how things roll in here through the second half. Bulldogs definitely have the momentum carrying into the second half. You can feel it in the fans, especially coming out here in being senior day. We had an extra large crowd out here tonight. Kalamazoo did have a lot of energy. Their bench was showing it, especially every little play. You know, their whole bench was clapping it up, cheering on their teammates out in the field. But ever since that penalty kick and they tied it up, Bulldogs have all the momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, we've definitely felt it, and we can feel it really up here in the booth. just great crowd for the senior day today.
So they'll look to keep things going in the second half. We'll step aside for a quick break, but don't go anywhere. You're watching Adrian College Women's Soccer on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back inside Docking Family Stadium here for the second half of this women's MIAA matchup. We have a goaltender change here for Adrian College. It's the other senior, number 0, Gabby Fallon Revels. Kind of makes sense. You know, you got 2 senior goalkeepers. One gets one half, one gets the other, huh, Michael?
Yeah, it's going to be good for her to get in as well, just for future play as well. Just in case Stanton gets hurt or just lets up a whole bunch of goals. Good to see what the Bulldogs have as well.
And that goal at the end of the first half is actually something that the Hornets have never seen yet this year. In every game that they've played, at least one team has gotten shut out.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And something that we were also noting was every time Kalamazoo has let their opponent score, they've lost. So we'll see if that trend continues or if Kalamazoo is going to break that streak today.
Well, we go on a 1-1 tie to the second half. Sun has officially set behind the horizon, so now I don't have to wear those sunglasses and don't have to keep blocking the sun with my hand. Now it turns into a real beautiful night here, especially for October 4th.
It is the 4th today.
Ooh.
Hot one for October.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
I am, just because of the heat and the time of year.
I'm sure you won't be complaining in like a month or two when it's about 0 degrees out here, Michael.
I probably would still be complaining about the cold, but I'll take 80-degree days any day of the week, though.
Anyway, we're back into the action here. And Gabby Revels officially announced as the goalkeeper, much to a cheer from the crowd. Kalamazoo putting the pressure on early, has it in the Bulldogs' territory. We were looking at some of the halftime stats here, and when Kalamazoo had the ball, 32% of the time it was in the attacking quarter, and over 60% of the time it was in the Bulldogs' half. So that just goes to show how much they really controlled the ball in the Bulldogs' territory. And the Bulldogs really just working to keep it out of there. Almost lucky to get that last goal at the end. So a little positive for Kalamazoo is that you really haven't had a true goal scored against you. You know, obviously had the PK, but that, you get the 1-on-0 free kick inside.
Well, I mean, any goal is really a true goal. It's just it was just a one-on-one between the player and the goal.
Now battling for it on the far side. In there is Akins with Hogan down the sideline, running it. Akins across towards the middle, out of play down near the baseline. It'll be a goal kick. And the first action here for Gabby Rebels. Tees it up on the goal line. And we use the left foot to boot it away. Throws the hand up. Kick is a good one into the center of the pitch. And quickly headed back towards her own end. She goes up to make the play and falls on top of the ball. A nice play there by Rebels.
Yeah, you said it, Nate. Good play by Revels coming out of the box there. Coming to really pick up her own kind of mistake, if you will. Kind of a shorter kick.
So she boots that one out and it heads out of play past the sideline. Hornets get another throw in and we'll keep the pressure on in the Bulldogs half. The throw in right from midfield goes strong down the line. And Freeze looks to boot that one out towards the middle of the pitch. Looking for Baldwin, who gets the start in the second half. And it looks like we have most of the players who ended the first half to start the second half. So kind of for head coach Nathan Kronwetter in his third season, kind of bookending his starters and some of his best players, kind of giving them the start in the first half, and then he'll probably bring them in the second half. We'll see when he decides to do that, if he wants to give him a little more time or have a little more energy. Free kick goes in there, headed off by Gucciardo. First to it is Haley Baldwin. Looks to keep it out, and now Jagosinski with room to work with. Gets past the Hornet defender, and she's on the run. Dribbling in front of her, gets a through ball, but quickly stepped up to make the play there was Castle. And now Hornets look to flip field yet again. And to Kunick with the play. Stepping up. There was Schnell, who scored her first goal of the season back in the first half. Booted up and over. Now Perney directing Jagosinski to get to it, and it's going to be a turnover. Instead cut off by Nolan. Headed off towards the sideline, and the Hornets can't get to it in time. Bulldogs look to slow things down with a throw-in. So Melanie Perney will collect the ball with just under 40 minutes to go now in the second half. We sit deadlocked at 1-1. Both goals bookended the first half. A shot on net, and it goes over the crossbar. Kind of a sprawling out attempt from Elle Burness. So Rebels with the goal kick yet again. Throws both hands up. Kicks it off of the head of Burness. Finds his way back into the middle of the pitch.
As we get a handball here, pretty obvious call as well, as we saw the Hornet players kind of stick her arm up into the air to stop it.
The Bulldogs get their first offensive chance here in the second half. A through ball goes through off of the foot of Bergeron on the free kick. But unfortunately, Jagosinski couldn't get there in time. Baldwin in there as well into the hands of Jess Forbes, who punts this one away. Hogan controls, got Bulldogs on either side of her. And now the Bulldogs took control, got it on their own feet. Jagosinski plays it down for Baldwin, out of play. And it will be a throw in deep into the Hornets territory here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great attack by Baldwin there. Great defense by the Hornets, not allowing Baldwin to get any real steam.
Near the sideline, Perney makes the play. Crosses in and off of the body of a Hornet. Now it looked to be Lexi Gross. Still battling for it. Kicked out of play by Kreitz. Perney looks to throw it in. Goes quick. Baldwin plays it back for Perney, who tries to get a cross through, and that one going to go wide of the net. A goal kick, so a little bit of opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Goes for nothing as the Hornets look to break things out the other way.
Yeah, and we've seen the Bulldogs just handle the ball a little bit more in the offensive possession, in the territory, than we did at this point in the first half.
Yeah, really early in the first half, it was all Kalamazoo controlling things in the Bulldogs territory, which is what we saw in the first couple of minutes here in the second half. The Bulldogs, after that free kick, really sort of switched fields, and now we're more of in neutral zone territory here. Is Mav Nolan to throw it in on the sideline. The referee directing her to back up. Going to look to play it down the line, even though she had options to play it back, as the Koenig gets a little bit ahead to her chin. Now stepping up here is Pouget. Dishes it out for Jagosinski. Plays it down low. Can Baldwin get there in time? Instead, it's a nice step from Gross. Got a little room to work with through the legs of Jagosinski. She sends a crosser in on the left foot. Segan in there. To Koenig. Jagosinski with a header towards the net. And calling off everyone is Jess Forbes.
Good job by Forbes coming out of the net there, coming to scoop up that loose ball and not letting any of the Bulldogs get any closer to the net than they already were.
Referee blows the whistles, and this ball is heading back the other way. Bulldogs will get another free kick, and right around that midfield area, to the dismay of the Hornet player. That looks to be Ruby Hogan. Can't believe it. She's shaking her head. So Bergeron will take it just past the 50-yard line on the far side here. The boot in the middle of the pitch, off of the head of a Hornet. Stepping up, Perney knocking off the other defender and Cutler. Now a little chance. Earl almost had an opportunity for a shot. Instead, it was Baldwin. And this one whistled dead. A couple players on the ground. It'll be a goal kick for Adrian College. Or excuse me, corner kick.
Yeah, I was just going to correct you there, but you got to it before I could. But another good scoring chance for the Bulldogs early in the second half. Only 10 minutes in. We'll see if they can capitalize on this one.
Jagosinski to take it. Throws the hand up. Here comes the kick. A high floater to the top of the box. Bounces once. Freeze with the header. Still in there. Escapes. Hornets look to break things out. They kick it out of play just to clear things. So Perney controls it on the sideline. Works it down the line. And when stepped up by Nolan, Perney sends it back to the middle field, and they cross fields. Here's Akins. Down low for Segan. Akins, and that one kicked out by Annie Schnell. Substitution coming in here for Kalamazoo. It's number 24, Allie Kemery. Taking out number 12, Zalada Molitor, who's made a couple of nice plays defensively to just keep it out of their own territory. A misstep, and now Baldwin with an opportunity, and that one collapsed in on hard by number 13, Ellie Burness. Throw in down the line, headed off by a Hornet. Akins couldn't get to it. And now kick towards the Bulldogs half. It was Hogan. Burness giving chase. It's Bergeron controls it, turns it up nicely. Down the line, still hugging the line. Akins hasn't gone out of play yet. Between Segan's legs. And now Kemery boots it up the field. Hogan down the line. Bergeron collides with a Hornet, and that one's going to be whistled dead. 33-33 on the clock. Kalamazoo will get a free kick a little deeper into Bulldog territory.
Yeah, it looked like Bergeron just got a little too physical there, trying to advance the ball forward, kind of shielding the ball from the Kalamazoo defender.
Throws the hand up. Here comes the kick. It's a low, fast ball in the middle of the pitch. Looking for a handball. They don't get the call. Maybe they will. Whistle blows dead. And it will be a penalty kick. So just what happened late in the first half on the same side of the pitch against Kalamazoo. The Bulldogs commit the same error. So it looks like to be Ruby Hogan, the junior from Cedar, Michigan, looking to take the lead against Rebels. Goal kick, scores! Hogan puts Kalamazoo on top 2-1. Under 33 minutes to go in the second half. And all of that momentum that Adrian College had into the second half might be gone at this point right now.
Yeah, we take a look at it. Hogan setting herself up, and then she goes to her left as the new goalkeeper for the Bulldogs. Revels just went to her left, and obviously those don't coincide with each other as those are opposite directions, leading to the 6th goal of the year for Ruby Hogan.
Yeah, Revels just guessed left on that one. Sometimes you guess wrong, but even with the speed of that shot especially, I don't know if he really had to guess which way it was going. I mean, it seemed Hogan was low, slow, and under control. Just picked her spot and went for it. I mean, it was barely even to the post. It seems like if Revels would have just stayed home and waited to see where the ball would have went, she probably would have made the save.
Very much could have been the case. And as we saw this throw in here, we are also seeing the Kalamazoo bench getting a lot more into it, seeing after that second goal.
Yeah, like we said, they were into it early on in the game. After all the little things, they were clapping the teammates on, cheering loud, even had a good support section on the fans, made the hour-and-a-half trip out west from Kalamazoo. Here's the goal kick from Bergeron. Now off the knee of Freeze. Stepping up, it's Kreitz. Through pass looking for Burness. Instead, it's Perney. She'll clear it out to the sideline to force a throw-in. And even that gets a good reaction here from Kalamazoo. So they definitely have a lot of energy moving forward here in the Bulldog sideline. Very quiet.
Yeah, that second goal really just gave the Hornets a lot of more energy and a lot more enthusiasm for these final 30 minutes.
An errant shot from Savannah Norman goes wide, so it'll be a goal kick. And now instead of Rebels taking these, it looks to be in a defenseman, either Bergeron, and this one is Freeze. Give him a little more room to work with down the field. That one off the head of DeCunick. Bounces the middle, referee blows it dead.
This whistle goes in favor of Adrian. Maybe just a little too physical and too much physical play by the Hornets, as a Bulldog free kick will be kicked from their own 30-yard line.
Well, Bulldogs look to flip the field again in order to force the offensive issue. This one bounces once towards the sideline. Jagosinski, can she get there? She can't. It will go out of play. And that's where the Hornets will take the throw in. Looks like it'll be Ruby Hogan. She seems to be the main throw-in taker here for Kalamazoo. Over the head, down the line, off the head of Burness. And now she's got it. Looks to switch fields high and into the center. One bounce. Freeze plays it off of her own head, but doesn't go anywhere. Now Kreitz with a touch in there. Through ball. Two Kalamazoo players down there, but Perney is first to get it. She kicks it out of play, but still to the energetic excitement of Kalamazoo's bench. You gotta wonder how soon Nathan Kronwetter is gonna get his main starters loose and to bring them in, after giving the players who finished the first half to start the second half, kind of bookending it like we said. Down the line, takes a fall. Is that Ashley Hughes over there, number 8?
Appears to be so.
Yeah, she took a hard fall. If she didn't, She might have been on a breakaway chance there. So Tegan Bergeron will have another chance for a free kick right around the 50-yard line again. She'll look to play it in. Here comes the kick. Off of the head of a Hornet, a very nice clear job. And now Bernice works it back to Bergeron where she took the kick initially. Akins makes a move, got a little time to work with. And an errant pass, couldn't find the Bulldog foot. Bulldogs have to retreat. It's Bergeron along with Freeze back there. And Bernice giving chase for the Hornets. Now backing her defender down. Down low. That was Kreitz. And Freeze able to clear this one out. A little backspin, but it goes out of play right in front of the Hornet bench. Time really ticking away here in the second half. A lot more fast-paced moving than we've seen in the first half. It seemed like that first half got slowly moving, obviously after the first goal, and then just not a whole lot of action. But back and forth we go here in the second. Had the goal early on. As Freeze looks to clear that one, she does. But a nice touch there by Schnell. Moving in front, it's Kreitz. Works it back out. There's Segan along with Schnell. And a false touch by Mia Kreitz. Now finds its way to Cutler. Looks to play it wide. Bernice, Kreitz. Looking to turn, got it on her left foot. In there, it's Hogan. Sends a shot on net and picked up by Revels.
Kalamazoo fans are looking for a penalty after that shot.
Yeah, one of the fans even standing up, putting his hands on his head, saying, "Where's the call?" After that punt from Revels takes a one-hop bounce. That one going to escape out the sideline. Kept in. No, it was not. Bulldogs look to work quickly. But first, there'll be a substitution. The first of the second half. It's Delaney Bader, a sophomore from Washington Township, Michigan. Will take out Alana Earl, who played the entire first half on senior night. She gets taken out. Gotta imagine she's going to come back in later in the half, probably with about 10 minutes left, along with the other heavy hitters, such as Fosman and even Gucciardo probably in there as well, Greenbaum. But it's Bader the first to enter.
Yeah, and you mentioned Fosman. She didn't even get to start the second half as she was taken out with about 10 minutes left in the first half. Can only assume it was to get a breather, but we'll see how much longer she is sitting on the Bulldogs bench as we wind down the final 25-plus minutes of play here.
Yeah, I think at this point, Coach Kronwender kind of wanted to leave her out for as long as possible to start the second half so she can enter with as much energy as she can, you know, sitting out and then coming in the last, you know, whatever it be, 15, 20 minutes. But now that they're down a goal, as we see here now standing right at midfield along with number 8, Ashley Hughes. So it looks like they'll be coming in at the next opportunity. But for right now, the Hornets are on the attack. They have to throw in down on the far side with 25 minutes and counting to go. The throw-in, that one headed off. Well done by DeCunick. So they'll do it again. Throw in towards the middle of the pitch. One hop in the box, headed off by Bergeron. Off of the chest of Bernice. Looking to break it out. It's Malcolm. Isabel Malcolm. Now opportunity here. It's Hogan. Plays it inside for Kreitz. And now she's taken down hard. There's the call. As the whole Hornet bench threw their hands up looking for it. That one, by his textbook, as you can get, easy call for the official.
Yeah, and for the Bulldogs there, it looked like it was number 11, Puze, and just getting a little too aggressive on the foot fighting along for this free kick here for the Hornets.
Well, it looks like it'll be a direct free kick right in the middle of the field, just past the 20-yard line. So it'll be 30 yards to the goal. It's Ruby Hogan to take it. Or is that Hogan or Schnell? That's Hogan, 20. Takes the kick. Felon Reeves, and she's able to collect it in her bell. Revels with the save on 23:30 left on the clock.
Yeah, great job sliding over, did Revels there. Just keeping the Bulldogs within arm's reach.
Another opportunity on the free kick, decides to go straight for the goal instead of looking for another pass. That one seemed to be an obvious choice, 30 yards out, might as well just try for a goal. That one played towards the middle. Bergeron looks to clear it right in front of Jagosinski, but that one kicked out last touched by Nolan, and now we'll have the substitution opportunities. It's Hughes and Fosman taking out Malcolm and Jagosinski. So here comes Fosman.
And obviously the Hornets are going to have all of their eyes on Fosman, as Fosman's the leading scorer coming into today for the Bulldogs.
Gives a dish pass. Bader, one man to beat. You got no one there. Centering pass, mistimed. And Segan had the one-time opportunity, couldn't put it home. Nearly collided with Forbes. They both hit the ground. Fosman tries to play it back towards the middle, kick over the head. And here come the Hornets back on the other end. And, two heads collide. And the referee is going to stop the clock right away as a Hornet hit the head of Sam DeCunick. And she is down, not getting up very quickly. So we will head to a quick break between Nathan Lindner and Michael Hale. You're watching Adrian College Soccer on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back. Talking Family Stadium, Savannah Norman was the Hornet that took a tumble. And she's up and ready to go under her own power. Good to see her up and back. I'd like to give a shout out to our crew tonight. McKenna LaFleur on Top Can. Keegan Wade is our director. Michael Hale and I am Nathan Lindner up here in the booth. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Adrian College Television. I'd like to remind you that you can catch all home streams here on ACTV. We are a fully student-ran broadcast. Football got the win earlier today, as well as men's ACHA Division I hockey. And I think women's ACHA Division I also got the win over Eastern Michigan earlier today. So a good day for the Dogs thus far. And that little break during the injury timeout would be a good reset point for really both squads. As here's Fosman in a dash down towards the sideline, try to get across, kicked out, and it will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, another good scoring opportunity. And that one scoring opportunity that we just saw a couple of minutes ago was the best scoring opportunity for either team so far throughout this game.
Yeah, it was Bader, drove it towards the goal, a crossing pass. Segan point blank had a one-timer, just missed it. So here is the the corner kick. Bader to take it. High and tight towards the net, and jumping out to make the two-handed catch is Jess Forbes. I like the attempt, though, from the corner kick. Instead of kicking it out towards the top of the 18-yard box, she went right for the goal. Unfortunately, easy enough for the goalkeeper to just pick it up with two hands.
Yeah, didn't get enough hook on the ball.
Hornets look to play it down, a through pass, looking for Miller. But instead, great closing speed from Melanie Perney in order to force it out to the end line. And this one, and then she actually kicked it off of a Hornet. It'll be a goal kick for Adrian College.
Great job by Perney getting the deflection off of the Hornet, allowing the Bulldogs to reset and get their own kick.
So it's Freeze to take it off of the head of Hogan. And now Akins takes it out wide. A fast, low pass that hugged the turf the whole time. Freeze with the kick. Bounces around a couple of times. Now near the sideline. Fosman looking to force the issue. Working it down the sideline. She's got two Hornets on her back. Kicked out of play. They get the throw. Looks to work quickly. Inside for Pouzet. Down low, Fosman can't get to it. A little push, and now went out of play on the end line. A goal kick coming up for Kalamazoo.
A good look opportunity by Fosman. On the far side there, just unable to get back to it on the give and go, as the Hornets will now have a goal kick.
It'll be Jess Forbes to take it. They run up a low liner over the head of the initial. That one off of the face of Bader.
Maybe kicked it off of her face as we saw her raise her leg up to try to kick it.
Now it's Molitor in the middle. Can't get to it. Pouzet controls, look for Bader. Off of the foot of Molitor again, now into the middle. Here's Hogan. Pushes it up off of the chest of Freeze. Working with Burness. Bergeron able to clear it out. Near the sideline, Segan controls. Works it back with Akins. Towards the middle, off of the leg of Fosman. Looks to close in against Hogan. Whistle, that one going against Fosman.
Don't really know what that's going to be called. However, she was getting a little bit aggressive, so that could be it. But in terms of what we've seen called and not called today, stuff like that hasn't really been called, so it might start getting a little nitpicky for these final 18 minutes or so of this game.
And I think it's just Fosman, a little frustration there. Just hasn't had a lot of the scoring opportunities as of late. A low screamer, a liner through. I don't think it hit anyone, and it will be a goal kick for Rebels. Kalamazoo bench still has good energy. 17 and a half minutes to go. They lead it 2-1 here on senior night. Freeze with the kick. A low liner off of the head of Hogan. Now on the far side with Courtney. Hogan steps up, makes the play. Working against Akins. Goes out of play, throw in. Just over 17 minutes to go. I think if you're the Hornets here, you definitely just want to be taking time off the clock as much as you can. You know how dangerous this Bulldog offense can get in a hurry. Obviously looking for the put-away punch. If they can get one more goal, that'd pretty much seal the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. With as little time as there is left, and with how little offense the Bulldogs have really been able to generate in the last couple of minutes, it's just one more goal from Kalamazoo could end up being the knockout punch.
Bulldogs have had their chances. They strike quickly. But after that, it's more Kalamazoo just keeping it in Bulldog territory. Throw in down the line here for the Hornets. And stepping up was Segan. And that one cleared out by Akins near Fosman. Through ball, I believe that's Earl back into the game. On through, and here's Hughes, got a breakaway opportunity, left foot in front, diving attempt off of the hands, and now going to be collected by Forbes.
Good job by Forbes stopping the ball. Wasn't able to corral it, but just before Delaney Bader was able to get in there and try to kick it away from her, she leapt up and grabbed the ball, stopping that Bulldogs attack.
Like we said, the Bulldogs attack, they come quickly, but just are unable to keep it in the Hornets pitch. Kalamazoo's just been able to clear it out as quickly as possible. Earl now towards the sideline. Here's Segan. Through the middle. Hughes, can she get there? And it'll trickle its way all the way to Forbes. She'll punt it away right on the 50-yard line off the head and shoulder of DeCunick. That'll go down. And Burness now frees, looks to clear it. Not much on that one. Just kept in. Perney down the line. And Hughes was unable to handle it right in front of the Hornets bench. Still clapping it up, having a lot of energy under 15 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah, and we see this energy from the Kalamazoo bench. The Adrian bench is quite the opposite. Very quiet now compared to what they were in the first half. And so we just wonder if that bench is just kind of starting to sense that this one might start getting out of reach.
Here comes the substitution for Kalamazoo. Clock stops when the winning team is substituting. And now Savannah Norman will come in. It was good to see her back up on the pitch after taking that hard fall earlier in the half. High and down the line off of the head of Burness. Still kept in. Burness first to it. Plays it down the line on a full-out sprint. Looks to cross it in, and that one just out of play down on the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for Adrian College.
And another goal kick taken by a player that's not the goalie.
It's Bergeron up towards midfield off the head of Bader. A nice play. Kicked out of play. Bulldog get the throw in. Now inside the Hornets half. See if they can get something going here. Under 14 minutes to go. Bader through ball. Down towards the corner. It's Earl with Hughes crashing in on the net. Out of play. Marking for a corner kick.
Another good chance for the Bulldogs.
Here comes the corner kick. Looks like it'll be taken by Alana Earl. Throws the hand up. Here it comes. High and wide near the top of the box. Settles down. Segan throws a shot on net. Oh, what a save on the outstretched arms from Forbes.
Once again, great job by Forbes. Whole bunch of bodies in the way as we see the corner kick come back in. Knocked straight up into the air. Back, and then a strong kick. stopped by Forbes. And like I said, there was a lot of traffic there, so good job on her end just with the reaction time to get over.
And that was the best save of the night. Jess Forbes completely outstretched on a one-time left-footed shot from Victoria Segan off of the bounce. Those are really nice to have. That went through. Segan got a chance again, collecting on the ball, and it's Forbes again into the hands. And now the Bulldogs providing a little more energy here. 12 minutes left, still plenty of time to get anything going. They could just keep applying that pressure, they might get one here.
As the saying goes, if you apply a lot of pressure, at some point, something's going to give. And for the Bulldogs, they hope that just keeping up this pressure in the final 11:43 plus of this game, the amount of applied pressure that they give just ends up breaking Forbes.
Forbes has stood tall in net all night, only allowing the one goal on the penalty kick. That one knocked still in play by Freeze. And Earl steps up, got it on the sideline, kicks it up, hugs the line, and it'll go out of play. Hornets with the throw. They'll really be looking to slow things down here.
Yeah, they'll look to slow things down as much as possible in these final 11 minutes. As with the lead, you don't want to rush things too much as you can get caught out of position defensively.
You don't want to rush too much, but you definitely still want to force the issue. You want to be sharp, not just be lackadaisical and let something easily happen behind you. Here comes the punt from Rebels. As Bader hits the turf. So Bulldogs get another free kick right around the midfield line.
And Kalamazoo now getting a little too aggressive and handsy as the Bulldogs will look to capitalize on this free kick and send it closer to the net, hoping for another game-tying goal.
Kick from Bergeron. Doesn't settle in very well. And now here's Akins. Got a little time. Works it down towards the sideline. No one's waiting there. Booted up towards the middle of the pitch. Off the head of Burness. Akins clears it out again into the middle. Earl. And now Fosman stepping up. Try to get a pass towards Bader. Freeze controls. Steps up a little bit out of position. And here's Perney. Look for Bader on the sideline, but a nice step-up play from Molitor. Able to turn, but she can't get to it before it runs out of play.
Yeah, and Bader upset with herself maybe a little bit as she was unable to get to it. Maybe should have thought that instead of trying to maybe trip up the Hornet defender, just go straight after the ball.
Bounces around. Bader hits the deck again as Ruby Hogan maybe chicken-winged a little bit much. Will the Bulldogs look to work quickly? It's Bergeron to take the kick. This is definitely in her range. She can get it close towards the net. We'll see where the Hornets set up their line of defense. Right on the 25-yard line. Here's Bergeron. A high lofter. Bader off of the head of a Hornet, and she hits the ground hard. No whistle. Jagozinski, that's DeKunick. Tried a one-timer, and that one cleared out. This one going to be a long run. Elise Freeze. But instead, it's Rebels coming way out of her own box. Makes the kick. Now one Hogan down towards Fosman. Instead, making the play was Gross. Off the head of Freeze again. Now Earl controls. Looks to get around. And a nice clean tackle there. Going after the ball. Bader. A little push from the back. Bergeron floats another one. One hop, Segan in front, off of the chest of a Hornet. One-time kick from the left foot of Ashley Hughes, easily into the hands of Forbes.
Yeah, and on that kick, a little slower from Hughes. You wonder if she wasn't exactly looking for the ball there, and it just kind of fell in her lap, and she was like, oh, I'm right in front of the net. I'll just send it in. Not with full power.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Michael. Bulldogs have had a good number of opportunities here in the last couple of minutes. A nice good tackle there from Akins. Tries to send it up, but Segan couldn't handle it. Segan a little slower on her feet there. Zoe Greenbaum's going to come in. Who's she coming in for? Instead, it's going to be Ashley Hughes going to be taken out. Boy, I thought for sure Greenbaum was coming in for Segan.
You wonder if this is just going to be a quick, hey, get some water. You're going back in a couple of minutes.
Well, it is Greenbaum, the senior, coming in for the junior and Ashley Hughes. Well, maybe the senior on her last Saturday home game. This isn't the last home game for the Bulldogs, but it is the last one on a Saturday. Coming up, they got Alma on the 8th, and then they're at St. Mary's on the 11th. That's a Saturday. Well, for the Bulldogs, under 7 minutes to go here in the second half. Looking for that game-tying goal. A one touch from Fosman. Bergeron on the attack. And Hornets just clear it out. They'll look to go quickly. Bergeron begging for the ball. Ball helper gets it to her. Bader looks to turn. Down towards the end line. Works it back. Left foot towards the middle. Who off of her own player in Fosman. Couple players collapse on the ball. And now Perney. Left foot into the middle. Earl turns. Down towards Fosman. She's got a little room to work with. Can she get across? Stops in front. Bergeron lets one fly, and that one up and out of the right. Just a bit outside on that try.
Yeah, didn't get any hook on that, as she may have wanted some, as she started the kick wide right of the net, and it just never came back. So, didn't hook her foot around the ball to get that little hook action that you see.
Here's Burness battling with the Kunick. Ball finds its way towards the Bulldogs half. Here's Perney. Kicked out and out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in for Kalamazoo. Looking to take it is Clay Horst. Instead, she's going to leave it for someone else. 5.5 to go here. Hornets got to be careful. They want to take time, but you don't just want to get in the mode of kickball and kicking it towards the net. Here's Hogan, going to play it high and down the line. Seen that several times today over the head of Burness. Now just trapping on a line, boxing out Perney. Out of play, and Bulldogs get the throw. They'll look to work quickly. It's Perney down the line. Off of the head of Bergeron and last touched by the foot of Ruby Hogan. Bergeron goes quickly down the line. Off of Hogan again, and that one out of play. Last touched by Sam DeKunick. I'm sure the Hornets would be okay with this kind of play later on in this game. Just hugging the sideline, kick it out every once in a while, wasting as much time as possible. DeKunick with a kick up the field. Greenbaum over her head, that one up and way gone. Bergeron tried to get away with adding a couple of yards to her throw. Instead, she got to take it back near the 25-yard line. That one kicked out of play again by Hogan as Bader hits the deck for what seems like the 4th time in the last 10 minutes. Bergeron down the line. Off of the head of Hogan again. Boy, Ruby Hogan has been all over the pitch in this game, taking every throw in, couple of corner kicks. She even took the penalty kick. Bulldogs get a free kick here, just right around the safe spot. They had one recently.
Yeah, and once again, Bader hitting the deck, drawing that whistle. Hopefully this turns into something for the Bulldogs offensively.
Plays it quickly down short. Perney sends one, and that one's wide right again. An opportunity wasted for the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, and like you said, Nate, another squandered opportunity. Just, once again, didn't get the hook that you want with the rest of your team in the middle of the field. That ball just didn't come back towards the middle of the field, and squandered opportunity.
Yeah, that one really to the dismay of Coach Cronwetter. You can see him taking his hat off, rubbing his hair. Kind of the classic sign of, oh boy, I want that one back. So here's Hogan, going to take her time. A throw in, under 3 minutes to go. Plays it down the line. Off of the head of Burness. In there as well as Molitor. Into the sideline. The throw in goes to Kalamazoo. Hogan down the line. Burness steps up. Now she's got a little breakaway opportunity. Down towards the corner, just boxes Perney out. Out of play, goes for the Bulldogs. Perney will look to go fast. Inside for Bergeron. Slowly working their way out. Finally kicked out by the Hornets. That was Burness again. See if Bulldogs can switch the field here after a throw-in. Really like to see them be able to get it to the other side of the pitch. Slowly in, Freeze kicks it up in the air. Dangerous play, could have just let it fall into the hands of Rebels. And now Hogan on the far side, under 2 minutes to go. Bulldogs got to get it out of here. And Hogan just holding it by the corner, going to look to throw it, kick it in. And it's actually going to be a throw-in for the Hornets.
Great job in the corner by the Bulldogs. I can't see who that is, but great job not letting the ball go out through the end line.
And they're just wasting time, boxing out players, looking to draw either a penalty or kick it out and just waste as much time as possible. And this one going to be a corner kick here for Kalamazoo. Almost could seal it. Under 70 seconds to go. They can take a lot of time here. It's just setting up the kick. They could put it in here. Kick high and lofty over the head of Rebels. Bounces once. Cleared out. Freeze. Looks to get it. Under a minute. Greenbaum, but stepping up to make the play was Nolan. Still backing out. Kicked out by Greenbaum. They'll take the throw. Kalamazoo bench is energetic. 40 seconds to go. Bulldogs need a turnover fast. Off of the head of Bergeron. Might have hit her arm. It went out of play anyway. But Bergeron going to get the throw in. Looking to see where her teammates are. They're trying to move it up the field, but she's got to throw it in. She can't throw it that far. And now Freeze on the far side of the pitch. 15 seconds to go. Desperation mode here for the Bulldogs. Earl up top, and that was the one last opportunity. If they could have got it past Lexi Gross, they had Fosman near the end. And as time ticks down here on senior night here, the sun is officially set. It is dark outside, and the Bulldogs will lose this one as Kalamazoo comes in Adrian College and takes this one by a score of 2-1. Any thoughts on the final kind of plays of that one?
Yeah, really, all three goals were unassisted. So all like the first goal that we saw, the free kick off the post and off a couple of Bulldogs, and then a couple of penalty kicks to get the other two goals. But 3 goals today, all unassisted. Great play overall though from both teams.
Yeah, all 3 goals came in on set plays where the ball wasn't even moving before it went into the net. Obviously, the 2 PKs off of handballs inside of the box were the difference maker. Kalamazoo came out on top. They really did a nice job right out those last couple of minutes of taking the ball out of the, I was going to say hands, but I guess it'd be off of the feet of the best player in Adrian College, and Anna Marie Fosman. She was really a non-factor today in this one. A couple of nice touches down low, but in the last 5 minutes or so, she really didn't call her name all that much. They just kept it down low. And just a really nice job wasting time. It's kind of the cat and mouse game with you see in soccer. You just got to keep it away from them, and they did a really nice job. Kalamazoo comes in here, gets their second MIAA victory on the year. Adrian will fall to 0-1 in conference play as they look to keep things rolling now here in the week to come. Got any other thoughts, Michael?
Yeah, and good job on Kalamazoo coming in, knowing it's senior day for the Bulldogs, spoiling the senior day for the Dogs, and just coming out with a really gritty win tonight.
And that's going to do it here from Docking Family Stadium. Final score, Kalamazoo College 2, Adrian College 1. From all of us here at ACTV, Michael Hale, and I am Nathan Lindner. So long, everybody.
Bye.